And we are live. Live. Not the normal
Live,
kind of
live?
live, the regular live.
Interesting.
All right. Ladies, gentlemen, other robots.
Not a robot anymore.
I am.
There we go.
Oh, you're right.
Gotta have my representation. So, let's start by playing the intro.
True lies, cat's cries, late at night on the run, magic ties, fallen eye, the moon shines down. Careful who you trust, if only you must stay alive with them. Take your time, solve the crimes. It's better off when you're gone.
And welcome back. So, now we do the recap.
Last time in the Unsung City, the gang came across the Lady Mayhovic, who explained the tragic past of the house. After finding and staking the Lord of the Manor, the group made friends with the Heart of the Mansion and released Lady Mayhovic and her children to their final rest. Lady Mayhovic signed the land away to them, deeding it to them in effect. The land and everything upon it is now theirs. A strong foothold in the fight for the commercial district established, the gang heads back to their estate for a long-deserved rest and relaxation.
So, I still have no idea what's up with Roll20 in this map system, but it's whatever.
We'll make it work.
Okay. Let's see. Where's my city music? There we go. So, the Bianchi family has started gaining territory. The owning the area, or controlling the area in and around the shop, and also this manor has given them an excellent opportunity to sweep in and pincer it. All they have to do is meet in the middle, and then simply sweep south until they bump up against the Montello and the Renzetti family properties, and they will have carved out a significant and much more profitable section of the city.
All about that green.
You want to do it?
And
Can't
I'm
stop us.
straight up not even in it for the money. I just want to see Vanessa Luciano cry.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna be fun. So what are we doing now? What do we do? Where did we leave off?
Just a note, Maria fully moves into Mayhovic Mansion. I'm taking my shit. I'm moving in. Anyone who wants to is welcome to come with me, but...
Okay, so,
Fine.
fine, fuck
Like
me,
Maria
I guess.
too much not to.
my $20,000
Gays only house.
You can't come if you're straight.
I just imagine the thoughts
We're
of like,
segregating the sexuality.
well,
Oh god.
I just had a thought of like, well, fine.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
Cock rat, comrade, comrade.
Sorry, we were talking over Jeffrey.
I'm
Jeffrey, go.
sorry.
It's
Jeffrey.
fine, I guess.
No, tell us what you had to say.
No, it wasn't important. It was just a thing. So, let's get back to the important parts. So, I will let you know that I have not managed to find any sort of map. The person who made the original map for Mayhovik Manor is
Scared.
like the site that it was really posted down, because there was a second floor apparently. That site is gone.
Oh.
And with it all of the contents. So I don't actually have
Solve
a
that
map.
mystery.
So what I'm going to do instead to make it up to you guys is that Maria, or anyone that Maria designates, can before next session get me an image of a map for a mansion that you want of an equivalent size, and I will use that as the new map, and we'll just hand wave it off as you guys like tore it down and had to rebuild or something.
Poggers.
Alrighty.
Yeah, to be fair, we're definitely going to do some heavy duty scrubbing on that floor to get rid of the magic circle, if nothing else.
Yes, I
Oh,
did
yeah.
use spot remover, but the whole thing was, as you could say, one large spot.
Mamma mia.
Pasta la pizza.
It's like the Italians say, it's a spicy meatball.
God damn.
How-
Pasta la pizza, baby.
Oh, you never heard that one before?
I don't. Okay.
I think this is going to be a goofy session. I'm
This
sorry.
is going to be a very
Jeffrey.
goofy session. Okay, that's fine.
We ended it on a cool note last time, so we gotta goober it up this time.
We gotta. We're
Fine.
sharing the brain cell today. We don't have one of our own. It's kind of bouncing around.
We always share the brain cell.
And only sometimes remember where we left it last.
All right, so let's talk. Besides spending time moving into the new mansion, which I guess we'll figure out what to do with the Bianchi Manor at some other point.
Use it as a guest house.
Oh my god, our guest man.
So far away.
Only,
Wait, that's
only-
for former Lee's mom.
only
Oh,
Italian royalty
yay.
would say,
Hmm.
"Oh yeah, this mansion is a guest house."
Here,
Yeah.
Friendly's mom, use this mansion. It comes with a live-in chef.
All things it literally was just like a fuck it vacation home for my family.
It
All
was a
things
vacation
considered
home, yeah.
pretty small. That's like not that impressive.
It was like a, we're going south for the winter. If you could call going from New York to Chicago much south.
I think
Me
that's a little bit less south. I don't
Yeah.
actually know.
No, that is very much less south.
Oh, is it less
It
south?
would be way warmer
We're going-
in Italy because it's
We're going
Mediterranean.
west for the winter.
West for the winter.
We're going to Chicago. That's enough said.
Have one
So-
shithole to another.
You guys head back to the Bianchi estate for now. What is up with the... Something is going on with these map pages. Because
Oh,
they're
dear.
super spread out.
I'll tell you.
Oh, we're back in the house. Not the
Sure.
new house, the old house.
Well, the new house still covered in blood and cursed
This
spirits
is
and things
still a new house if you think about it.
Yeah,
True.
we've had this for like
You
3
guys
We're
only
months.
just
had
rich
this for, like,
pieces of shit.
a few weeks, yeah.
We could rent it out. Be fucking landlords.
Dimitri is not going to be on the map.
Crime, I can accept. Being a landlord, no.
I
All
mean,
right.
we could always like have this as a place to stay for some of our future employees, right? Like,
Yeah.
Company
we need to hire.
housing.
We still need to
Yeah.
recruit a bunch more people, so
This is
we can do
true.
that.
Yeah.
We should
And you
probably
need a
get
place
on
for
that.
Fritz's mom.
That also.
What?
Fritz's
It's
mom
for
is dead.
formerly.
Formerly's mom. I'm sorry.
Listen,
So dead.
Always mom gets to stay here and has top line security because they're
I mean-
all going to live here as well.
I'm about to drop the "We Are Not the Same Person" music video in the chat.
If we have found out anything, it's that death is not a limiting factor in this world.
That's true. You also said that formerly's dad's dead when he's very much not.
Yeah, you did. The whole point of me making him an elf was that he actually just looked like his dad, but he's never met his dad, so he's just like, fuck it, I'm an elf, I guess.
I'll never forget.
Just latched onto his other lineage.
I'll never forget the time that woman was supposedly a friend of my mom's, and I was like, I've never met my mom.
The state of
Dungeons and
This-
Dragons
that-
is a
that
game
bit was
involves
actually
6
intentional.
backstories.
Oh. Okay.
That bit was actually intentional.
it got lost amongst all of the other parental deaths and revivifications.
Yeah. You're all Disney characters. I get it. Okay, if everyone's
Listen,
done roasting me,
Just because I have a unicorn doesn't mean I'm a Disney character. Though it could be a Disney princess. Who knows?
I don't know. Would
Yeah.
you like to give up your soul to the mouse? We can get you 2 movie deal, plus
Wait,
at
can
least
I?
plus at least 3 direct-to-DVD sequels.
Does that
Can
make me
I-
a warlock?
Can I be a warlock whose patron is Mickey?
Tell you what, I'll get back to you on that next session. I'll see what I can find. I think Mickey would count as a great old one at this point.
Oh.
Perfect.
And I mean, not at this point in the game, but modern day, yes.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Just because Mickey hasn't been invented in the 1920s.
Yet.
Yeah.
It's all Fleischman now, baby.
Slightly
Oh,
Unless we're
before
really
it's born.
fucking, like, somehow we made Mickey get invented sooner. I don't, like, some strange sort of butterfly effect.
No,
I will
no. the
kill
time
Walt
travel
Disney
episode.
myself.
The time travel episode isn't until next year.
What about the episode where we somehow get stuck inside a character? Like we have to shrink down and go inside a character's body and like osmosis Jones some shit.
Is that
Yeah,
before or
that's
after
just
Age of
before.
Empires?
That's
God, no. No, because you're small. I don't think it counts, right? Because isn't the whole appeal of Vor like, ooh, you're in like a weird, warm, tight space?
Sorry,
are we,
it's
are we
macro.
trying to? Are all of us trying to pretend that we understand the appeal of war right now? Is that what this is?
Probably.
I don't think any of us can pretend that good.
So,
So if we kindly look at the screen and just
so hey, about that, being at the house and being, so you guys have just gotten back from systematically destroying many Renzetti individuals.
Yeah, that was good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are we feeling at this time, gang? As you guys walk in, covered in blood and scratches and disheveled from having spent all night up. You guys have not slept in more than 24 hours. Yep, let's just immediately go into the bath. I got it.
I was gonna say, I think we would have to just all bathe, but also, Shamrock, look at me, look me in the eyes. Are you gonna actually have a bath?
yes.
Inside? In a bathroom?
I mean, that's gonna be a bit busy. I could just take the hose out.
Nope.
Sorry,
I
let's
mean-
pause for a second. For the audience who doesn't know what's going on. For the audience who doesn't know what's
people
going
This is
on.
just
The
a regular
Discord
human
server.
man who is extremely stinky and has never bathed.
Yeah, in between
Stinky.
sessions,
I mean,
we had
no,
a discussion.
He
Hold
has
on.
bathed.
In between
Go ahead.
sessions, we had a discussion that Shamrock, while he was a robot, would not have used a shower or a bath like normal people. He would have just hosed himself down and then dried off. And so we had a discussion like, who's going to teach Shamrock how to actually use a bathroom? So now we return you to your regularly scheduled program.
Listen, we only got like what 1, 2 bathtubs in this house. I can choose the hose outside. It'll be fine.
No, because that's not how humans bathe. And you are a human now, so you have to. There are certain things. If you, first of all,
I
what
mean,
month is it?
after last night,
It's,
that's kind of debatable.
October.
But
Or no, it's November.
Fuck no. First of all, it is November and it dips well below freezing at night, and the water is sure as shit cold as fuck, if not frozen in the fucking hose right now. So no, you're not taking the hose outside and having a shower that's gonna get you a cold with your weak immune system. You barely even are vaccinated. Get inside, go have a bath. The water should be comfortably warm, and I will check on you once to see if you need help.
Threatening
right.
voice.
That was a weird thing to say with an angry voice. And I will tuck you in and kiss you on the forehead. Good night, sir.
Right. I'll just quickly exits.
You leave your clothes outside the door. I can get the blood stains out.
All right, thanks.
All right.
You can use our bathroom. Watching you try to
What?
find one.
Speaking of, which fucking bathroom do the rest of us use that don't have this shared bath?
I
Yeah,
guess
no,
you
use
all
the
use
use the
this little one
central
down
use
here.
the central bathroom.
No,
Is there a bathtub
so
there?
it was not put on here because
Nice.
the map maker didn't work, but one of these rooms down here is actually a hall bathroom.
Okay.
I believe in the
Edwin will
original
go
layout
there.
it was between what was Dimitri's room and Shamrock's room. But due to restrictions of map maker, it's not a thing.
You're all bloody. Don't get into bed.
Maybe that's their kink. You don't know.
Not.
I guess Shamrock will leave his blood encrusted stuff.
Yeah,
Like-
just leave it in Fritz's room.
Hey,
well,
Shamrock.
sorry about the stain. Yeah.
I hate to make your life more difficult, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh, I'm in the bathroom, but I can't see myself in the mirror. What is this?
No, actually, you can see yourself in the mirror.
Okay.
However, there's a lot of, this blood that's just gonna go to waste all over that clothes.
Oh, thirsty boy. Oh,
I mean,
If you
also
wanna
before
resist
game
doing
started,
so.
we already went over the fact that I went through 3 gallons worth of blood last night. I
Well,
think I'm
less than 3
sated for a little
gallons.
bit. If anything, I need to use the toilet more than I need a bath.
Yeah, so that's the thing. You're still thirsty. It's not at a bad, unbearable level, but it's a low-key background thirst.
I thought my throat was scratchy before. No. Bath first. Get this done.
Okay, I would like you to make me a wisdom save.
Oh boy. I remember these in 2 campaigns ago and I couldn't make any of them, so here we go.
Oh, okay. You do resist the urge to slake your thirst on the blood.
Shower now, blood situation later.
Yep.
And probably go to the hospital to get another round of vaccines, but
Mm-hmm.
oh, day in life of Shamrock. Well,
All right. So
hop in tub, water on, rinse,
okay.
soap.
In that order. Okay. All right, cool. So, what's everyone else doing?
Waiting for Shamrock to get out of the shower.
I have decided that this room here is the other bathroom.
Okay, that sounds
Edwin
fun.
Put
will
a token on
wash
there.
himself and then go to bed.
Or like a effect or something. Beautiful water. Okay.
No, that's a horrible color.
The old
Blue?
turlet token.
Sorry.
There we go. Okay, cool. So, yeah. So, Edwin, are you showering or are you bathing?
Edwin will be bathing.
Bathing, okay. So, as you are sitting in the bath, and, the steam's rising around you, a rubber ducky that happened to have been left in there last time is floating around. Something occurs to you as you're sitting in there.
Okay.
You don't know what kind of vampire Shamrock is.
Oh.
I mean, you know the generalities, but you don't know does he have all the traditional vampire weaknesses? Does he have any weaknesses?
Okay.
So, something for you to think about and maybe do some experimenting on.
What are the traditional vampire weaknesses in this world?
This is the real world with a little bit of extra magic in it. So, all the traditional vampire weaknesses that you would know of. So, for example, in the literature, the traditional vampire weaknesses are, and the literature does not necessarily agree. Obsessively counting things. Can't see your reflection in a mirror. Hurt by holy symbols. Hurt by sunlight. Can only be killed if you stake the heart, cut off the head, and fill the mouth with salt. Can't cross running water. That kind of thing. And then there's all sorts of abilities, like the ability to call rats and bats and wolves to their side, turning into mist, drinking blood, raising other people as vampires, that kind of thing. So,
Okay.
it's not necessarily what you know, it's what do I know that actually is real. Because you have got more than 1,900 years worth of built-up vampire lore that may or may not be true.
Okay.
Making this even more complicated is the fact that there could be multiple different kinds of vampires.
All right. So I might want to do some looking into this.
Yeah, some experimenting would be good.
Okay.
Maria,
That's me.
How much do you scrub before you feel clean again?
Like a solid amount. I do stay in the. I like wash off in the shower and then I run myself an actual bath and I do light some candles. And I get a little book and I do have a nice night.
Nice night with a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Sounds like my ideal night. All right. And then I assume you turn in?
What time is it?
Oh, goodness. Probably about 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'll turn in.
Okay. Formerly and Fritz, uh, what are you guys doing right now?
Wait, hold on.
I know you said you're waiting for Shamrock to come out. While he's cleaning, do you want to do anything?
Hold on. I've. Okay. I'm honestly, it's a little bit fucked up. I am like formerly is going to be playing like with his hellhound, and he is letting the dog lick the blood off his clothes. He does not care. It does singe the fabric. It actually lights on fire a couple of times. It's very uncomfortable, but he's amused. It's like watching a cat with catnip. Like the thing just goes crazy.
Okay. Very cute. And Fritz.
Fritz is in his room, also sort of just like making sure that Shamrock doesn't fucking drown in their bathroom, because that would be a dumb way to die after all the shit that they've been through. Sort of just kind of like going through his catalog of drugs that he now possesses, sort of being like, how am I coping tonight? Like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, should I just make myself sleep? The last time I did Wormwood was bad, in fact, and I didn't like it. So yeah, just kind of still in his nasty blood clothes, sitting on the ground with like shit fanned out in front of him, just like, I killed a man at point blank range on this day. That didn't feel great. Okay. Crime.
All right. So, what is the intended effect you're going for? Are we going for, I pass out and I wake up X number of hours later? Or are we trying to dull the memory? Are we trying to overwhelm the memory with acid trip? What are we doing here?
Every day of Fritz's life now, he fucking regrets not having the forget cantrip, because that shit was good.
Yeah, if only.
Onlys and butts for candies and nuts, and every day will be into dawn effects.
Thank you.
Well, you do know an artificer.
Potion of make me forget.
Potion of make me forget. We're probably just going to Sleepy Salt is like this which is the
Like
one
it's
that's like
melatonin.
yeah, where it after taking it you fall asleep, but doesn't it have the effect of the slow spell?
No.
Which is that one? Is that Slither Soup?
So
Yeah.
Sleepy Salt is you gain temporary HP and resistance to bludgeoning damage for 1 hour. At the end of the hour, you fall asleep for another hour.
Okay. Me not remembering how many fucking...
However, it is highly addictive.
Yeah. I think I'm thinking of Slither Soup, the one that makes your, like, bones... the one that makes it a no-bones day.
Yeah, it's a no-bones day for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna wait until Sham's done in the bathroom, do my bathroom business, and then it's no bones time, baby.
Okay.
but also like well after my bath and after Formerly's bath, gently soak Shamrock's clothes in ice cold water to
Yeah.
alleviate some of the staining.
Yeah, Lakua is what you're thinking of.
Hmm?
Lakua is the one that is effectively a slow spell.
I did not buy any of that.
Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of. So, yeah.
You gave me too many drugs in this document, Jeffrey. It's like 1 billion pages long.
You want
It's
drugs?
only
You get drugs.
17,
That's a lot.
and I'm not finished yet.
Yeah, it's even worse.
You keep seeking out drugs, and I'll keep making them up. Let's see. So you're doing the slither soup. Okay. So
We both hear Shamrock get out of the bath at the same time, and just sort of like all three of us are in the bathroom like, hi.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Can I put on clothes first?
It's something we haven't seen before. I'm just
It's-
saying.
Yeah, no, we've definitely seen it all before.
But yeah, okay. I think
Uh,
we've been in the bath together or something. I mean, I guess you were a robot then, but
But also, like, you came out of the soup naked, so
you did come out of the soup naked.
we all come out of the soup naked.
I mean, I still have my armor, but I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, your armor. Let me tell you, the cup. It didn't. You know what? I'll give you some space.
Yeah, we're electing. Hey, as far as you know, we saw nothing.
We saw
Not
nothing.
a thing. A damn
I
thing.
don't know
It's
any.
definitely.
I don't know anything about your genitalia.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Look, rewind the
Definitely
conversation.
wasn't
It's
looking.
nothing I've ever seen before, and I will continue
Yeah,
to
it's
not
nothing
see
I've
it
ever
for the
seen.
foreseeable future.
all right. I'm just gonna grabs his underwear, throws his on real fast. I'm just gonna. Do you need me to take these to the laundry room or?
No, I got you.
Right. I'll just take my bag and
You're gonna go to sleep, and you're going to go to sleep, and in the morning, when you wake up, come find me. Come find me. Yeah.
you got it. Good night.
Yeah. Good. Yep. Good night.
And off he goes out of that very awkward bathroom situation and into a room to another awkward situation because there's Silver.
No.
And again, he is different. He is making a bad habit of this.
Silver was asleep on the bed, and then when you open the door and then close it behind you, he sits up and he looks up and looks over at you and flinches back. Shamrock, you can see it's dark in this room, but something in the corner of your eye catches your vision, and as you turn your eye slightly, you can see a dull red glow like banked coals. 2 of them at about head height.
As in eyes?
Yes.
I mean, I have
As
superior
you-
dark
as
vision,
you look
so what
around
am I
at them-
seeing?
Yeah, so like yeah, dark vision is not color
Oh.
though. Dark vision is
Oh.
black and white. So it's
And I'm
black and white in
seeing-
this room, and then two red circles, which seem to move around as you move your eyes. So, fun fact: your eyes now glow! Hooray!
Eris lights on. And the fox lights up. Eyes no longer super glowy.
Yeah, your
Hopefully.
eyes are still red, but they're not like glowing like you're about to consume Silver's soul.
Why is it always red eyes? I mean,
For
Whatever.
red eyes, clear eyes is awesome.
God.
Sorry, I
Bring
had
back
to.
something from yonks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Silver. It happened again.
Silver gets up off the bed and walks over to you and nuzzles up against your hand and says to you through the mental link, Dad, you really have to stop doing this to yourself.
Well, it was this or blowing up, and you know what? I'll explain in the morning. It's late. Let's go to bed.
All right. Silver kind of like sniffs your hand a little bit and nuzzles up against you and says, You're still you inside, and that's what matters.
Yeah. As a now tongue just touches a fang, just two sensations you didn't think it was going to ever have. One, a tongue. Two, fangs.
3 a mouth.
Life is full of surprises.
Yep. All right. So, formally in Fritz, do you guys want to do anything special before we move to the next day?
Great. I'm sorry. Did you? Sorry. I don't know if you have anything. It's okay if you don't.
After Shamrock leaves, and it's just formerly in Fritz in the bathroom, just gonna sort of like raise one eyebrow, sort of like gesture ahead to the shower.
What?
Probably should, you know, if we're gonna start moving houses, maybe try and keep the water bills low.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like last time after that one particular rainstorm, and then the dogs got out in the yard. I'm pretty sure when all of us showered at once, we ran out of hot water anyway. I think it's only reasonable.
Saving if all of us are taking baths again, then yeah,
Yeah.
saving hot water would be smart.
Yeah. You know, we really don't even risk getting that cold shower.
Mm-hmm. Very prudent of us, I think.
We're gonna have a homoerotic shower sequence.
All right.
There's lots of awkward like, should I look? I'm going to look a little bit as a treat.
As a treat.
A lot of like, can I wash your hair? Is that allowed? Oh, the shampoo is gone, and now it's just me playing with your hair in the shower. Yeah.
What's poking me?
No.
No,
Illegal.
don't you dare.
Stinky.
Don't you
Don't you
dare.
dare.
My pure boys. Don't you dare.
Okay, one of these maybe you could say pure, but another one. I'm not going to name names, but
only had sex twice in the campaign and is an incubus. I think I'm doing good.
Call that a resistance temptation.
I
He
am not going to force you
feed
to
on
roll.
any of his friends.
I don't.
I mean, you could. I wouldn't be mad about it, but also that would be if Charles was comfortable with it. But also, I wouldn't want to do that.
If you don't want to do it, then I don't want to do it.
Cool. So now that we've established this, let's so you guys are done. Are we slithering? Are we souping?
Soup me. I'm a
me.
little soup boy. Chompa chompa.
All right. So slither soup is moderately addictive. And going up to the chart, I need you to make me a Constitution save DC 15.
save. Oh, baby. Where the fuck is Fritz's sheet? There we go. I was too focused on Johnny Quickpiss's sheet that I couldn't find my boy. Constitution save.
Okay. You do not become addicted.
Lit.
You tell me how you brew this up.
How I what?
How does Fritz consume slither soup? It's ingested as a drink, so how are you brewing it like a tea? Are you making a soup out of it? What are we doing here?
Is gonna go downstairs and I'd say we probably have some kind of like at home bar situation.
Oh, you have
Is
a wine
gonna-
cellar.
Not wine though. I want to kind of do like a hot toddy situation. Like just a nice warm drink, but also there's just like honestly a fuck ton of whiskey in it.
Okay. Okay, so a warm drink with whiskey in it. Got it. Okay, cool.
Are hot toddies different where you are?
I assume I don't know what that means.
Okay, a hot toddy is like a nice, like cinnamony hot tea or cider beverage with where I'm at, because it's bourbon country, just a shitload of bourbon in it.
So, like, hard cider, but as a mixed drink.
I guess.
Okay, cool. All right, so you make yourself do you want to drink this down here in the kitchen, or
No,
Okay.
no. We are taking it back upstairs, and
Okay.
we're doing what we always do, which is pillows and blankets on the floor.
Okay. Do you want to get is it drunk? What's a drug version of a drunk watch?
Responsibility buddy.
That's called a trip sitter.
Do you
And
want- do you
formerly
want
was my
formerly?
trip sitter last time. But we're gonna let formerly sleep, and you know what? We've done morphine by ourselves, and it led us to be fully unconscious alone in our house for a full day. So, we're probably fine.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Okay.
I'll just be boneless
Fine,
on the
you will.
floor for like a couple of hours.
This is a
Don't
no
do
Or
bones
like a day.
Don't do this.
This is a no bones day, I guess.
What would Tintin think if he saw this?
Hell
Sad-
yeah, drugs.
Sad drooping noises.
I wish I could do them. Gee golly, Shamrock, why won't you get me some drugs?
Oh, now drugs seem
I'm just saying, if I took like multiple doses of it at once, it causes you to ride on the ground like a snake, and I think that's cool.
It also increases the DC.
Yeah, I get an advantage on acrobatics checks for 30 minutes.
You
Do it, do
sure
it.
do.
My bones are jelly. I got jelly bones. I think I deserve jelly bones.
Don't.
As a treat.
As a treat.
What
If
they
I could
do.
turn my bones into jelly in real life, the amount of pain that I currently am in as a person, and I could just have no bones.
It's not
You have
no
shimmery
bones.
lips.
It's more like Slither Soup is kind of like have you watched Naruto?
No. I own a Naruto t-shirt though, because my dad thought I did.
There's a combatant in the tuning exams who can like
Oh, Rock
distort all of his bones.
Oh no, the guy that's name sounds like.
Yes, the guy who like wraps his arms around people in like a spiral. That
I've seen that man.
okay, that's kind of what Slither Soup is like. It's not that you have
Cool.
no bones or that they become jelly; they just become really floppy
I'm Jared
and
Hopworth.
loose. You're real loose, Squidward.
You have to become a flame yard the inflatable arc-waving tube men, people.
There you go. Your bones don't stop being bones. They don't stop supporting your body, but you become a lot more flexible. And could probably bend them more than is normally advisable. So you proceed to down your no bones day juice. And
Yep.
It takes a minute or two to kick in. Because you are having it as a mixed drink, so you're not getting it pure. However, when it does hit your bloodstream, boy, you, not to use too fine a point, you kind of flop bonelessly to the ground. That sound effect, yep. I hate it, but that's right. Fretchen kind of looks over at you in some concern. But then again, I guess Fretchen would be used to you just ingesting random things and then acting weird.
I didn't realize that I was subjecting my child to having to watch a parent have a drug addiction, and now that really hurt my feelings. Let's.
You left Fretchen in the room.
I did. Next time we do this, Fretchen is going to be babysat by someone else. So he doesn't have
I'm
to
literally
watch his
next
dad.
door. Just bring her over.
I mean, hell, I already have the menagerie. What's one more?
You know what? Can I walk with Lucy? I have 30 minutes with
You
my
can
loose
walk with
bones.
Loosey Goosey.
Okay, I'm
you're just
gonna
kinda
take
wibbly
my.
wobbly.
Yeah, I'm gonna wibble
Edwin.
wobble,
Edwin.
and I'm gonna make the dragon go over there.
Okay, Edwin, as you are walking back from your bath and you're laying down in bed with a good book, I assume, you hear a thump from the room next to yours.
The room next to mine is... Oh, that's Fritz. Okay. Oh, no.
Like a body hitting the ground.
Yeah, I'll go and I'll, like, go over and kind of, like, sit outside the door for a couple seconds, like, should I? Maybe he's doing something. I don't know. And then he'll knock and be like, hello, are you alright? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing perfectly fine. Everything's real cool. Wait. Do you want to watch? Hey, watch the ferret.
Watch the
So true.
Alright.
Edwin, are you opening the door?
I guess Edwin opens the door to get the
Edwin,
ferret?
Fritz is just kind of just like...
If we living together, you would have heard him refer to Fretchen as ferret before.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what that
there's-
means in German.
There's a
Got it.
pseudo dragon just like sitting on the floor, looking very concerned at Fritz, who's just kind of sprawled out there and occasionally wiggles. Just because it feels funny.
Are you sure you're alright? Is
He's-
this okay?
Listen. This is on purpose. It's all by design. It's all part of a bigger picture that you'll get one day when you're older. It's like,
If you need help, you don't need to be embarrassed. I can help you.
no, I'm good.
If a mistake was made,
Every day of our lives, we make mistakes. But today was also one of them. But this particular moment, no, hey. Not right now. You could join me. Not right now. Please watch my child. But this feels so wacky. It's gonna sort of like, you know how like double jointed people can like take their thumb and bend it backwards to their arm. It's gonna like do that.
You're almost to the point where you feel like you could like tie your fingers in knots.
This is weird.
Edwin is just getting more and more concerned.
This is a fun one. I haven't.
I-
Yeah.
I can only imagine the horrified look of Edwin just watching all this happen in front of him.
Is this? Are you sure this wasn't a mistake?
No.
You look like you're broken. What happened?
Yeah, I went to Formerly's guy, and I got stuff from Formerly's guy, and stuff I didn't know about, and now I know about it, and this is a good time. I wish I had this back when I was still doing the circuits. That would have been real helpful for those nights. Jesus. Hi.
Edwin's having. He's just kind of like gonna sit there for a second and like be concerned, and then he'll be like, "All right, then I guess I'll just leave. I'll leave you to it."
Yeah, go. Hey, go. I know. Listen. I know that like trancing is the thing, and I get it, cause well, I used to do it too. Now I don't super gotta, but I go take like a nap, like a big sleep, not like a death big sleep, but just take a nice get a nice 8 hours in. I think you deserve it. You did a good job.
Thanks. You should try to get some rest too.
Yeah, I'll take. Yeah,
We
I'll be
did
here.
do a lot recently, so
Yeah, we sure did, huh?
all right.
Huh.
Well, I'll watch Ferret. You make sure you're okay. If you need something, just if you can, wiggle over to the wall and tap 3 times, and
I'm
I
good.
have magic that can cure certain diseases if you need that.
I paid money for this. I'm gonna get my money's worth. And honestly, right now, I think I'm fucking getting it. So,
At that comment, Edwin just grabs the ferret and leaves. He's so
love you.
he's gone. He's so gone.
So we have Ferret, the pseudo dragon, and Ferret, the maid of fire.
Oliver the ferret and Ferret the dragon.
Yeah.
Now we just need
Just
a
to
third
make
one,
sure
and we can start a band.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Edwin will take the pseudo dragon and he'll chill in his room for a minute, and he'll be very concerned, listening for like, is something going wrong? Is everything okay? And then eventually he'll go to bed.
Cool.
I'll vibe. I'll get my 2 hours in, and I'll simply vibe.
Okay. Sometime around a quarter of the way through your 2 hours, the drugs wear off, and the position that you were in pre drugs wearing off turns out to be pretty uncomfortable without jelly bones. So I'm gonna assume that you like kind of untwist back into a more natural pose, unless you want to go for a second shot.
I'll save it. I'll save it for a rainy day, and also for what he said he could potentially have used it for back in the day. Um, but yeah, no, I will just take the rest of my 2 hours of rest before inevitably finding something to do and or just waiting for Shamrock to wake up.
Okay. Uh, Around 5 in the morning, just as the sun is starting to suggest that it might think about possibly maybe peeking over the horizon, you hear Cleo's door open and close as Cleo heads down to the kitchen to start making breakfast.
Hello.
Is this a sleep-in day?
I'm not gonna sleep like the whole day away, but I'll sleep in like past 9.
Okay, past 9. All right. So Maria, probably one of the later to wake up. Formerly,
Ayo.
is this a sleep-in day for you?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
cuddling my dog. It's very, very, very warm.
And fluffy.
It's yeah.
All right. Edwin, is this a
Yeah.
sleep-in day for you?
I feel like Edwin's not like a sleep in type of person. I think he's getting up relatively early, as per usual.
Cool. So are we calling out of work today again, or?
Who, Edwin?
Yeah, or did you quit your job at the library?
Oh, I don't think he's been working at the library for a couple months. I think he quit.
Okay.
He's
You
still
never
on payroll,
said
having
specifically
noticed.
that you'd quit, so I just assumed you were like using vacation days and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's say that he quit
Okay, cool.
recently-ish.
Cool. All right, so you are as an not non-legally employed man. Let's put it that way. You are still gainfully employed. You're just not legally employed. As a non-legally employed man, you have the morning free. What do you wish to do? And are you taking both ferrets with you?
Oh. I guess he'll go to the library. We had talked about recruiting people, I guess. But I don't think Edwin feels like doing that today. I think he's going to save that for tomorrow. I think today's a relaxation day. So he's going to go to the library and look up stuff on vampires.
Okay.
And he's going to try and find research notes on vampires and experiments people have done to
On
figure out,
vampires?
to identify vampires and figure out what types of vampires there are.
Okay,
He's
cool.
going to try and take notes on that so that he can think of things to test on Shamrock.
So we'll move Edwin outside the front door then. And do you guys want to do Edwin's thing first and then come back to this group?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So let's move. Where's the library? Library. There we go. So Edwin, you arrive at the public library.
Yes.
The receptionist at the desk gives you a nod, but it's kind of chilly because it's the we used to be coworkers and you quit kind of feel
Right.
between you. So it's
Right,
not
right.
it's not the greatest.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
yeah, but she lets you in. You still have a library card.
Am I still allowed into the secret back area of the library? The,
Absolutely
magic-
not.
I'm not. Oh no.
Only
How long does
librarians
he
are
need
allowed
for?
into the inner library.
Oh
I'll
fuck.
just sneak in now.
Do you have disguise self, Edwin?
If only you
Um,
knew a really dashing, handsome rogue who was really good at being sneaky.
If only.
If only you knew a librarian.
If only you were a librarian.
If only you were a librarian.
Yeah.
Sorry, the inner sanctum is for the inner library is for dedicated scholars and librarians only.
Oh, I guess that one doesn't
Like,
He
count
is a
as that.
dedicated scholar.
Yeah, but
Why
you,
don't you
you weren't
donate a
like
library
you
card?
weren't of that level yet. You were basically being let in because one of the inner librarians vouched for you. You basically
being
like
backdoored.
Yeah, you basically like skipped 3 levels of qualification to get in.
All right. So I guess I need to try and get in without anyone noticing.
Okay.
Or I need to talk to somebody and convince them to let me in.
Sure. What do you want to do, Edwin?
Oh, jeez, I didn't think this was gonna be an issue.
Last
Always
the
welcome
consequence
to
of your
try the
action.
publicly available sources.
I guess I can do that. I don't think I'm gonna find anything there that I don't already know, but I'll try and see if there's any modern research that isn't folklore that's been done on vampires.
Okay. There's the real. You're come to find out after doing, let's say, roll me a d10.
That's a 1.
All right, about 10 minutes of research. You find a lot of the stuff that you already knew. Some more accounts of things like one way to kill a vampire is reportedly that you can take specifically his left sock, kind of weird, fill it with rocks and toss it into a river. Another way is to bury him under a crossroads. All sorts of weird, like, esoteric bits around the edges. But basically, everything that would be really juicy, you find out, would be in the inner library. This is all, like, DC 15 or lower information. There's some good stuff here, but nothing you don't automatically know already with your level of knowledge.
Oh, I was worried that would be the case.
Victim of your own success.
Yeah. I'm wishing I didn't quit the library. Fuck. Let's see. What do I do? How crowded is the library, the secret area of the library usually?
Not incredibly. In your experience, there's usually only a handful of people in there.
Okay.
All of them with some kind of stole or marking or pin that denotes that they have the right to be there. It's none of them like kind of looked up because it was one of those things where I won't look at what you're researching if you won't look at what I'm researching. So they tended to mind their own business. So you would surmise that if you manage to get inside, after you get through the door, everyone's just going to kind of assume that you should be there because you're there. It's getting through the door that's the issue.
Are there any, like... Do I know if the, like, room is warded or anything? Like, does it block magical entry?
You don't know, but given the kind of tomes that are in there, it's a fairly good assumption that it does.
Do I know if the room is regularly guarded, or...?
It's not necessarily that it's guarded, it's that you have to have a special token to open the doorway to get in.
Oh, okay.
Which every time that you were let in previously by your associate, they were the one who put the token on the pedestal. And basically they did the two-factor authentication to get in, and then you were brought in as a guest.
I see. Oh, shit.
You could always search them out and see if they're around.
I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll look around and see if there's anyone here that I know that might let me in.
I hope
Okay.
your friends are smashes.
All right, so let's get. I don't really need you to make a check because it would just take extra time. So you eventually find someone who looks like they're high up in the library hierarchy. I mean, you worked here for a while. You know, like the chief archivists and stuff like that. You find one of the chief archival assistants.
All right, then I'll go up to him and say, "Hey, it's been a while. It's me, Edwin. How have you been?"
He turns to you. Oh, hey, Edwin. Not bad, not bad. Workload's gotten a little heavier since you quit. How's your new job treating you?
Oh, it's been quite good. Very busy though. You know,
Aren't we all?
yes, it's been quite a lot. But it's been great. It's been a very good opportunity for me.
I'm glad for you.
Have you managed to bring on someone new to take over my workload, or put out an ad or anything like that?
Well, John brought in this new Martin kid, but yeah, I don't know about him.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
Yeah,
I had
fucking ray of sunshine. It's just, it's a bit unbearable, you know?
Oh, yes. They the type that always seems to be having a good day no matter what. Nothing you say to them ever throws them off.
Can't fucking stand it. Anyway, what's going on? What can I help you with?
Well, part of my job has been doing some research, and I'm needing to do research into something. I can't seem to find a book around here that might be able to help me. I'm looking into vampirism.
Ah. Is this for your new job?
Somewhat. We're interested in finding out if different ways of identifying forms of vampirism, cataloging it, so that maybe we might be able to share information on that with other scholars. I think that would be quite exciting.
So you guys are like the Institute then?
Something like that. We're still up and coming, but we're working in similar spaces, I would say.
I see. So the Institute he is referring to is a fiction. It's a fictional organization that it like meets they like meet all kinds of like cryptids and things like that, and they either they defeat them or they move them to locations where they're not going to help other people. No, it's not SCP. It's something else. It's more of like a protection for those creatures than it is for like than it is for the other way around. Sometimes they do have to defeat them because they're causing problems. Sometimes it's just research. Sometimes it's understanding. Sometimes it's, bridging the communication gap. They have a lot of wacky adventures. And the 4th book just recently came out, and they had to fight a small god.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Edwin. I'm assuming Edwin knows this stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you this without requiring a skill check. The Institute is like this fictional organization.
Yeah, so we kind of do stuff like that. We cleansed the house of a evil vampire with a weird ritual, and we fought a fucking god. So yeah, we kind of do that. Edwin just needs to write a book about it, and we're basically the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
I mean, we're not helping them, but we're researching, sort of. Edwin's researching. It's kind of, he's sort of not lying, a little bit. So yeah, I was looking around for information on vampirism, but all of the things here is just folklore, and I can't seem to find what I'm looking for. Do you happen to, maybe you could guide me in the right direction for something a little more modern and a little more academic?
I see. That's a tough one. I'm really not supposed to let non-librarians in, you know? He's kind of wavering.
Oh, come on now. I won't tell anybody, and everyone here knows me. It's not like I don't have the qualifications to be here, you know?
Let's see.
And this is for the sake of research. Think about all the interesting things we can learn about this. I think this is a great opportunity.
Make me a persuasion.
Oh, dear. Oh, that's actually not bad. I forgot I'm a bard.
Forgot I'm a
Fuck! 10? Come on! Yeah, I'll use a good boy if I'm
Okay,
allowed to.
use a good boy. So re-roll that.
Okay, that's
19.
better.
Okay, that's better. So, he's kind of wavering for a little bit. And then he says, all right, but only because we're good friends. And he starts walking off, and you follow him, and he turns around, and he, like, holds a finger under your nose. He says, but you have to promise you're not gonna touch anything you're not supposed to. I get into real trouble if anyone found out I'd let you in.
Oh, of course, of course. I'm very familiar with the rules of this library. I would never misplace anything or misuse anything.
All right. So.
Okay. I'm in.
So. No, actually, let's do Covert Affair. That sounds fun.
We're in Library Spooky Edition now.
All right, so once you guys get through the door, as I said, everyone just kind of, like, you might get someone to look up, be like, oh, okay, there's another person in there. I acknowledge your presence, and then goes back to what they're doing.
Right, right.
Once you get through the door, everyone kind of assumes that you're supposed to be here. As you know, you have an inner library, and then you have the inner library.
Yep.
The middle section is where all the really dangerous shit is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where all of the, world ending spells and stuff like that are kept. So
I don't think we need that.
cool. So the library is yours. Your friend says, "Hey, I'm gonna be over here," and he goes off to grab a book, and he pulls it up to the table and sets it down next to whatever you end up grabbing.
Vampirism stuff is where I'm going. Stuff on research on identifying vampires and different types of vampires and all that stuff.
Cool. So
Stuff that's less folklore-y and more school-y.
let's see. What do we have here? There's no profession skill in there, is there? Let's go for perception. No, let's do an investigation. Investigation sounds good. Give me an investigation to find the right books.
Okay.
Not bad. Alright, so you perform an investigation and you dig around and you find...
I find.
So you find some books So you find some books, and you find several grimoires, actual, honest to goodness, leather bound, string made out of actual like plant fibers grimoires.
Okay.
One of them an accounting of an encounter with the vampire lord who invited him over for dinner. Another is an account of vampire hunter. This seems to be some kind of personal journal. And a few other miscellaneous books that are more about like creatures of the night in general, but vampires have a section in there. So you bring over a few books and you start sitting down to read.
Okay. I do read at like triple speed or something because my glasses.
Which is good because this is some of the driest shit you've ever seen.
Oh dear. How can stories about vampires be dry? That's so lame. Vampires are so boring. Shamrock, why did you do this?
I don't know.
You became boring, Shamrock. Oh no, this is your future.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so Tim's turns to you and he's like, so what's... Okay, yeah. And he's... you look over, you glance over, and you see the book that he's reading appears to be on... it seems to be a historical account of the rise and fall of the Roman Empire, but from a magical perspective.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, so the surviving accounts from their magicians and what they saw,
Okay.
how the siege of Troy changed because there was magic involved, that kind of thing.
Right.
So he's going through that. He's got a notebook and he's making some notes. And you pull out your own notebook and you start making your own notes. So tell me what information you're looking for specifically. Are you looking for weaknesses, habits, powers?
Habits, ways of identifying.
Habits and ways of identifying. Okay.
And categories of vampires. Those are the things I'm looking for. Categories, methods of identification, and habits.
Okay, so there are several different flavors of vampire, let's say. Just as there are several different ways of getting a werewolf, there are several different ways of getting a vampire. And actually, the Vampire Hunter's book is the most helpful in this one.
Cool.
It gives you... Well, so you get like the general classification, but he'll go into like the more detailed accounts of like what the differences are between them, like when you get down to just past the initial infection. So you have people who are bitten and have a like a magical curse that acts like a disease transmitted that way. This requires that the victim die from the blood drain, and then they are raised as a vampire thrall to the vampire that killed them. The next type is the type that have been cursed to this life by a god of some kind. There are some historical accounts, although this curse has not been seen since the times of the Babylonians. And it's not really a common curse that happened in the more Mediterranean or European powers. These were more of an Asian kind of curse. Then there are, of course, several versions of yokai and demons and monsters that have been mistaken for vampires that spawn in their own unique ways. And finally, there's a method that piques your interest, which is called, it's not called anything specifically, but the method is that you perform a ritual and become a magically created vampire.
Okay.
Do you want
Tell me more.
Yeah, okay, tell you more? Okay, cool. So, I assume that you're not really looking too much into the other ones?
I might look into them afterwards, but for now I'm just looking into
Okay.
the ritual one.
So,
for now.
so the ritually created vampires appears to be a Scandinavian warlock. Was the first known record of this kind of ritual creation, and he was trying to extend his life so that he could get revenge on a man who had wronged his family, who was like a noble lord who was too powerful at the time for him to take on. He needed time for his plans to come together, and he didn't have that time, so he created a ritual, capturing and sacrificing several of this lord's men to increase his own lifespan, and he found that he was able to take on the powers of certain ingredients when he accidentally left a reagent in part of the ritual circle when he was doing the sacrifice. And so he did experimentation. His notes are there's like a note in here that says like the warlock's notes have been retrieved and are processed into the inner archive.
Okay.
Uh,
Does that mean the inner archive?
the inner archive. Requiring Grand Magus or higher clearance and able to be able to read it.
Okay.
Because they don't want just anyone having access to this kind of thing. And anyway, it doesn't go into like all the details. It just says that he figured out how to do it. He did experimentation. He got powerful. He started killing the people around, and the power and the thirst from this ritual, which in his own accountings seemed to never abate, were so bad that they drove him mad and turned it to tyranny. And even after he killed the local lord, okay, cool. So even after he killed the local lord, he he ended up like being suffused in his desire for revenge and his thirst for blood, because turns out when you fulfill your revenge, it doesn't always leave you satisfied. And by this point, he was so like beast lost and mad that he just kept killing and killing until finally a few holy warriors ganged up and killed him. They like trapped him in a location and killed him. It doesn't go into how they killed him or how they trapped him or what was used to corral him into this final location. But it does say that they confirmed he was dead most thoroughly. You could take that to mean that they probably like burnt the body and then did a lot of other stuff to make sure.
Okay. Are there any other accounts of this? Preferably
are
people that
actually. There's
don't
a
go
few.
mad and murder everybody.
There's a few. Normally, the people who actually so you're getting the idea that the kind of person who would set up and perform a ritual and sacrifice at least one other living person, are not the most stable individuals to begin with. And when you build a house on a rocky foundation, it doesn't go well.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing in here to suggest that the ritual itself turns someone mad. It's more that the original person themselves is already pretty tainted. And then on top of that, you gave them a lot of power, which corrupted them even more.
Okay.
It's not the answer you wanted to hear, but that's the answer the world has.
Right, sure.
So there's no, it's not necessarily hinted at that Shamrock is going to turn into a monster, but at the same time, there is this common theme throughout that the bloodthirst is omnipresent and can be overbearing or overpowering.
Is there anything in the research on people getting past the bloodthirst or overcoming it or learning how to tolerate it for a very long period of time? Are there any that are like less bloodthirsty than others within the research?
The thirst seems to be equally strong in all of the people. However, you'll find a depressing pattern, which is that when you get someone who's transformed freshly into a vampire and they go out and they kill, a town full of people and drink their blood, a lot of people aren't interested in, oh, you poor thing, look what's happened to you. They're mostly concerned about, hey, we need to kill this person and stop them from harming people. So no one's, surprisingly, people haven't taken the time to really research this phenomenon other than the best way to kill it.
Sure. Okay. So the ways to kill it, I'm assuming, are stake through the heart, put them in sunlight.
I mean, that's the easiest way to do it. All vampires seem to have a weakness to sunlight. The way that the traditional way to ensure is to stake to the heart, cut off the head, fill the mouth with salt, purified salt, and then leave the body out in the sunlight to turn to ash.
Okay.
If you don't have access to sunlight, it's usually assumed that the first 3 or 4 steps are good enough.
Okay.
Another common theme is a common theme is that the person, whoever they may be, is required to sleep. They still have to sleep a normal amount, like any other creature of their race, although you're extrapolating of their race because all these accounts are of humans. But there's always this running theme of the grave dirt of where they were born, or the grave dirt of where they died, or the dirt of their birthland, or in the case of the ritually created ones, a prepared vessel of some kind.
Okay, what happens if they don't sleep there?
They don't really get. It's not really stated because no one's really gotten. Actually, the interview with the, or not the interview, like the dinner invitation, from the vampire, gives you the best answer to this, even though it's not the same kind of vampire.
Okay.
It's this guy got invited over by this lord who he's like, oh, this guy's thought he was drinking lots of wine, but like, oh, he's totally this guy's totally a vampire. That's actually blood. But he didn't make a big deal about it, and because he didn't make a big deal about it, the vampire lord didn't make a big deal about it either. He invited him over, and he was like talking philosophy and stuff with him, politics.
Okay.
And the guy was saying, yeah, so I've got to sleep in a specially prepared bed, or I just don't feel myself in the morning. And from that, you can kind of extrapolate that they might like get sleep, like your body doesn't shut down kind of sleep, but they don't regain a lot of their supernatural energies, let's say. So if Shamrock doesn't sleep in a specially prepared bed or other form, I guess you could have him sleep in a tube if you really wanted to, he won't regain the use of his vampire abilities.
Okay, and how
Vampires
does
are-
one prepare a bed?
That's not really well documented. If you got access to that Warlock's notes, you could probably find out more.
Okay.
One of the based on the notes that you personally have from the house, the guy just kind of carved the ritual symbol on a bed, and then it just says he forged a magic link between the ritual and that bed. It's not really, or in this case it was a coffin. It's not really sure. You're not really sure what that means, other than like it involved a ritual in some manner.
Okay.
He just says that he linked the two. He doesn't say how he linked them.
Okay.
It just says like, I have linked this resting place with the ritual so that I may regain my powers.
Okay.
So vampires are known to be able to survive pretty much anything that isn't in their specific set of weaknesses, like losing a limb or anything like that, given enough time to rest.
Okay.
And in this case, he would have, like, say Shamrock lost a leg. If he rested in his special place, it might take a while, but he could regrow that leg. Or that's what your research says anyway. It's also somewhat hinted that the longer that vampires go between feedings, the stronger the thirst becomes, and the more feral and absent of their mental faculties they become. Although some records indicate that the older vampires, and by older we're talking like hundreds of years or more, can go long times between feedings.
Okay.
Any other questions you wanted to ask?
Let me think for a second. So, all this stuff would be in the Warlock's notes about how to make a good sleeping vessel and all that. That would all be in the Warlock's notes, which is in the inner sanctum. And I guess something I would want to know is if someone dies from a magically created vampire, will that
Mhm.
create a thrall?
No, it will not.
Okay.
That's because this is not a curse being passed on. Uh, this is his is specifically a synthetically created vampire, for lack of a better term, and because it doesn't have that curse component in it, the contagion component in it, the only way to create another one of his kind is to use the ritual.
Okay. So we can't make thralls. Interesting.
I mean,
Not that way, at least.
not that way. Also,
Um,
Shamrock kind of, you know,
yeah, I know he
there's
did
a
it.
moral component to this too.
Right, yeah.
Shamrock would
I
have
was
to
just
get really
wondering-
cool with a lot of really weird stuff real fast.
I was just wondering if, like, those guys that he killed last night were going to show up and be like, "What do you want me to do, my master?" Like, you know, I wasn't sure if that was going to happen or not, so I wanted to know.
Yeah, and that's why I told you, like, not in that manner. Shamrock's version of vampire cannot spread the curse other than through a very complicated manner.
Does the magic from the ritual ever expire? Do they ever turn into normal people again, or is it just
So
vampire forever?
the ritual that Shamrock has done is to extend your life.
Yeah.
So he got kind of like the ghetto discount vampire,
Right.
where all he's done is basically taken whatever someone's remaining lifespan would have been and just tack that to the end of his own. So he will
Okay.
eventually die, and that will technically release the curse or the ritual, unless he
Okay.
does it again and adds more life onto his.
Okay, so this ritual vampires don't gain the eternal life thing that regular vampires do. They just
No.
are extending it. Okay.
No, it's just kicking the can down the road. That's why the guy was kidnapping victims and they were disappearing. And that's why he found so many skeletons. Because he would kidnap a person and have them and like subsume their life force, add it to his own, and then he would, you know, go about his business for a while, and then he would be getting into the last few years, and he would have to find another person to kidnap and steal their life force.
Is there a way for a ritual vampire to turn into a full curse vampire,
You'd be bitten.
but not as a thrall?
I mean, if you're looking for ways to create one, you could go piss off a god.
Okay,
Or
just
ask
curious.
a god to do it. You could get one of those versions. You could also so the way that vampires gain independence from their sire is to for the sire to willingly let them drink their blood, and that breaks the link. It's ritualistically declaring themselves equals, essentially.
I see. So
Most sires are not eager to do that because they like having servants who have to do what they say.
right. So ritual
Uh,
vampires. There's no like new ritual that turns you into a full vampire.
None that's been
Ye-
created because
Okay.
the first ritual relies on killing people. So, I mean, if you wanted to start developing a ritual to do that, you could certainly put some effort into that. But no one in the past has looked into it because they kind of wanted to get rid of the problem, not see how they could make the problem worse
Right. Right. Okay.
from their perspective.
All right.
So Tim leans over and he says, "Find anything good?"
Oh yes, I'm just trying to figure out all the different ways that vampirism can be created right now.
Hmm.
Seems that there aren't very many. Though this one about a ritual seems concerning.
You're not going to get mixed up with those falcons, are you?
Why would I be mixed up with the Falcons? Are they involved with vampires?
Didn't you hear? He like leans closer and he's whispering to you.
Edwin leans in.
I hear word on the street is he's declared war on them after they double crossed him on something.
Oh dear. Well, that's terrible.
Yeah. I hear he's getting some boys together to do a hit on them.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I heard it from a man down in the pub.
I didn't know that there were still pubs running. I thought they all
Well,
got shut down.
well, I mean, you know, you meet a guy, and I mean, not that I would drink, of course. You know, he's like backpedaling.
Oh, of course. You know, being an Englishman myself, of course I enjoy imbibing from time to time.
Oh, have you heard of this? Have you heard of this place?
What place?
It's called the Moonlit Palace. It's actually got some pretty good booze.
The Moonlit Palace. That's very good. I'll have to. If I happen to come upon a place such as that, maybe I'll take a look.
Yeah, you should definitely go there sometime. I hear the listen, I hear the woman running. It's a real looker.
Oh dear. Well, that certainly is enticing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll pretend that we didn't talk about this, and we'll
Absolutely. Talk about what?
exactly. We were just talking about vampires. I am very interested in finding out more about this. I hope that our research can shed some new light on the situation, and perhaps we can learn a little more. But
We should definitely get going, though.
yes, I think for now my research is done for the day. Thank you so much for your help.
Yeah. Don't forget to put the books back.
Oh yes, of course. We'll
Nothing
go and
out of
scurry
place.
in. Yeah, he'll go and scurry and put the books back.
All right. So, wow, this. Excuse me again. So Edwin's wrapped up. Let's go back to. Are you gonna mess with me? Chateau Bianchi. So, Shamrock,
Yes.
you awaken. As we have just discussed, you don't feel like you don't feel 100%. You feel like you got sleep, but it wasn't great sleep. I mean,
Not great
sleep is still
sleep.
fairly new to you, but
Not great sleep. A long night. I'm thirsty.
this was probably like a 6 out of 10 sleep. It wasn't great.
Starting off on the wrong foot, and I got a long day ahead of me.
Also, did we give you sunlight weakness? I think we did.
No, we specifically did not.
That's right, we did not, so you could walk in the day. That's right. Okay, cool. Because I was about to say, the sun is shining through your windows.
Right, yes, but not painful.
Yeah.
At least in the burning sense.
Yeah, it's still, like, your eyes are still very sensitive, and so it's not pleasant. But you don't burst into flames or anything like that.
Oh boy, I finally have skin. Time to feel the sun on my. Oh, well.
Who's
Source
more
that I did. No.
vampires that way?
Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to start the day.
Okay.
So, putting on clothes, not just walking out my undies again. Save Maria the embarrassment. I'm just gonna pop my head into Fritz's room. Hey, Fritz, you up? Or
Fritz, first of all, can you hear me from this angle?
was that?
Yeah, you're kind of quiet, but we can just turn you up.
Okay. Fritz is still laying on the ground in his pillow and blanket pile.
Right.
Yeah, morning.
You need to sleep this whatever it is off, or
No, I had my fun little trance time. And I knew you were an early riser, and the only other person who wakes Cleo, so sort of like pats the pillows and blankets next to him in a gesture for you to join. Join in the nest.
walks in, looks over to where his pile of clothes still is, and just
Your clothes are in the bathroom and they're still soaking in cold water. How dare you? I'm getting those bloodstains.
If only someone had some spell that could soil or unsoil 1 square foot of surface with each casting.
Utility spells. Who needs them?
But anyways,
Lupo
Shamrock
did
comes
also
in.
tell you he made a magic clothes washer.
Utility, anything. Who needs it?
Who needs
Magic.
it? That's what artificers are for.
Being useful? Bleh.
Who needs it?
Who needs it?
Just like us.
Yep, Fritz's motto.
Oh, hey.
You're the one that started it.
Yeah,
No
that
more
was Grace.
deprecation. Yep. No deprecation. Only good.
Heard you were
Yeah,
talking
Shamrock,
shit about my friend.
dare you.
All right, so the two
Take
of
that
you
pill.
sit down in a like a nest of pillows and blankets, like the world's biggest dog bed.
Mhm. So I know it's like not even been a full day yet, but it's good to knock these things out early. Has anyone given you the talk? And by anyone, I mean me, because I'm the only person who can give you this particular talk and not the other one. But I could give you that one, but I won't.
Can't say that I'm really following here.
Okay. How hungry are you right now?
Bit peckish. Throat's a bit dry.
Now, I get it. First things first. First things first. I definitely get it. Which is why I am offering and is going to take out one in parentheses, one healing potion, and one in parentheses, one knife.
And it takes Shamrock a moment and just ding. Oh.
Because here's why, and I'll explain it. It doesn't feel great taking that sort of advantage of a person without talking it through first, but the talking through part is dangerous. Personally, I don't think that I ever would like to feed off of any of you because I don't want to. It's a bit different for me, but if you would like a safe and consensual option to feed from, I am, always here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. As he goes through a minor blue screen, just
Yeah, no, it's definitely a take. If you need time to think about it, that's perfectly fine. But
yeah. Let's shelf this for a bit. I had a bit of a plan. There's still those jars over at that new place.
yeah,
I can just use those at least till I get a better game plan. I mean, thanks. Thanks for the
hey,
offer.
no, before you run off and try and make it awkward, the awkward is sort of like looks for a moment and like has been in like presentable elf form, but drops it for a sec and it's his spider form, and then drops it again and it's his incubus form, and just goes, there is nothing I would not give you wholeheartedly without knowing the risks. You know? Like, I've thought this through. So don't feel like you'd be imposing on me, or I don't know, like it's any more dangerous than anything else we do is.
Yeah, I guess you're right there. Can't say we haven't been through the ringer together, that's for sure.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time that you saw me, bleeding on the ground. At least my blood would be going somewhere good instead of just,
well, let's not worry about that. Suffice to say, flattered. Let's consider our options. Thanks for the offer, though. I'll keep it in mind if I need it.
And if you decide that you want to go for people you don't know,
Yeah, definitely. Let's.
if you need someone to corral them, I also am free for that service if need be as well.
Listen, let's. This is not exactly what I expected to be doing today. Listen,
I know you don't want to think about it. I also consistently never want to think about it. Because it's awful and it feels bad. But it also feels really fucking good. So
flashing back to last night with the Renzetti guy.
flashing back to fucking farm police truck dealer.
And of course, Shamrock recalling it in perfect detail. Just
Eidetic memory. It's a curse.
right.
You're gonna have to think about it eventually.
Suppose I am.
And it's gonna suck to think about, but
Well,
I'm here. Yeah?
thanks. No, really. Thanks. I do without you, kid.
Sort of bumps a horn against your shoulder.
Shamrock will take that signal, just put his hand up on the head, just old familiar spots. Well, let's clear this up. Let's go down and get some to eat. I got a long day ahead, and about 40 pounds of spider meat to offload.
I forgot about that.
You took the spider meat? The spider meat's crispy. That's
No.
cooked.
This was the bits that were harvested. It's still raw.
Oh.
Listen, waste not, want not, and well, I may not have been eating as a soldier, but old habits die hard.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I'm going to take a few more minutes down here in the pile. So if you want to head on down without me.
You take your time. I'll see you down there. Want me to get glue? I'm working on something while I'm down.
I'm not really hungry, thanks.
Right. Sure, I'm not considering that. Oh, right. You're another person that eats alternatively.
That's what the whole conversation was about, you Pinkett.
Shamrock has a lot of things going on in his head right now. A lot of it's
Yeah.
about a lovely crimson fluid going down his throat last night.
Technically, this
Yeah.
is an either-or kind of situation. So for Fritz, it's like, if they feed in one way, they don't have to feed in any other way, if you know what I mean.
Mhm.
So if you decide you want to start going cold turkey for a little bit, you are going to have to start eating regular food and drink again.
But the switch has been flipped in his brain where he just is going to follow his impulses.
Oh boy.
Whatever those may be.
Whatever
Alright,
those
so,
may be.
Well,
let's
Shamrock's
move.
going to make his way down.
Okay, cool. So formally, I'm going to say you wake up around this time.
Okay.
What's up,
I'm
fam?
Well, I want to use my scrying spell.
Go for it. What are we scrying?
We're scrying that bitch, baby.
That bitch,
I'm-
baby.
Fuck that bitch.
Okay. I gotta start doing research so I can actually do to take care of business. You know? I don't know what to click, Jeffrey.
Just don't know.
All right. So you have first-hand knowledge of the target.
I do.
You know the target well. Do you have any of his possessions or garments?
Not anymore. But goddamn, I wish I did in this.
Body part, lock of hair, bit of nail, such and. Do you have any bits of his body?
Oh no, I do want to say that he did have like a weird puppy dog crush in the beginning, so I do want to say he's got like a weird little lock of hair somewhere.
Okay, cool. Why don't you do me a D100 just to see how good it is? Cool, pretty good. Okay. And how about? Okay, cool. So target must make a wisdom save. Oof, that's a strong boy. All right. Cool. So he needs to make a wisdom save. Okay, yeah, so he fails that one.
Let me see my boy.
So, a sensor appears in the air. And all of your sensations of the world around you fade out. and a new scene appears. There's there appears to be an individual standing up on some sort of raised dais. He seems to be gesticulating wildly in the air as he talks with fervor to individuals that seem to be listening to him raptly. They appear to be all of them hooded and robed, all of them having a large spider motif in it's a black cloak with a hood, and there's a large spider motif in silver on the back of the robes. And as the sensor draws closer, the audio starts coming in, and Alaros Halathorn's voice comes out clear, but it's not the way you remember his voice. It's distorted, as if he is talking through too many fangs. And he says, "My people, it is time. We are nearly ready for the next big move." "We are ready," they all chant back. "The goddess is very pleased with all of you and the work that you have done. And the sacrifices that we shall make tonight will be instrumental in our takeover." "We are ready," they chant back. "The people of this town have suffered much, but I have delivered you from the drought. I have brought the rains. I have ensured the harvest. And I have seen to it that the bandits that were hounding your town are no more. We remember," they all chant. "The goddess has provided all of these things to you. And now, I, her avatar, ask that you give just a little bit more, and soon you all shall reach salvation and your just rewards. We are ready," they chant back. And as he's, keeps talking, and he's hyping them up for some big event that's going on, and he looks up, and he's looking directly into your eyes.
Ooh, if he can see me, I don't even know if he can or not. I'm flipping him off both hands.
Okay. He's addressing the people, but he's still, his eyes are still, like, his head is straight forward, but his eyes are up, looking at your sensor. And he says, "There are those out there who might seek to stop our grand work. But we shall not let them stop us. The time is nearly upon us. The time of the spider is coming. The spider is coming," they respond.
He's not even a real spider.
"And bring forth the sacrifice." And a young woman in rags is dragged forward to this podium. It's like in a dark forest, lit only by torches, and so she's stumbling over sticks and rocks, barefoot. She's dragged up onto this dais and then held down on an altar, where Alathorn.
I
gr-
don't
yeah.
know that Flavio would maintain concentration through that. I think that he wouldn't want to see another person being sacrificed by Alathorn and would dip.
Okay, cool. As you start ending the concentration, it starts fading out. The last thing you see is Alathorn's face distorting horrifically, and this massive toothed maw filled with far too many teeth opens up and starts descending upon her face. And then the vision cuts out.
Jesus Christ, I'm glad you didn't have that when we were together. That would have made things incredibly complicated in the bed.
A horrible kisser.
Horrible kisser, and do not even get near any sort of bathing suit area with those fucking teeth. Terrifying. Okay, I think he would also just like get out his sword and like set it up very neatly on his bed, and basically I'm not sure if I would call it praying so much as like venting to his goddess and be like, he's really set up there doing the exact same fucking shit, except for now it's not even under a guise of being something else. Like, he's not even worthy of being your follower because he's not even deceiving them with any of the artistry that he did last time. There's no act, there's no praise, there's just this false belief in you when instead it's him, but that's not even, you're not even getting them on board for like a good fun reason, and it's just like he's so fucking boring, and now he's like some weird fucking tooth monster. And he keeps ranting at his sword for a while and being like, oh, and I'm going to kill him so fucking good. Like, we are going to get this taken care of, because apparently there's not much longer, which if you want to send any help on the way, that would be appreciated, but don't worry about it because I'm going to kill him.
I understand. I'm not going to do the spider voice thing because you guys have said that it messes with you guys.
It just warps enough to where we can't quite understand.
Yeah,
what
I
you're
got
saying.
you. So she says, I understand. I am not happy with him either. Come back to me in 2 days' time. I have nearly broken through his wards. He has to let them down eventually. And when I get through, I will open you a portal directly to him.
All right. We can be ready in 2 days. That's fine. That's fine. I just need to talk to everybody. Hope they're on board. They were on board for Shamrock. This should be fine. It should be fine. Edwin's gonna hate it.
Yeah, probably. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take just a very short break, just a few minutes, because I need to go take my laundry out of the dryer. So we are going to just take a hot second, and we will be back in a little. Okay.
That's what I thought too.
All right.
I thought your
So-
mic cut out for the first part.
All right. So we are
Oh.
back.
Oh no.
Maria.
Hey.
Or so, Donnie, are you going down to breakfast?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Feel free to put yourself around the breakfast table wherever. Maria, you finally wake up. It's a lazy midweek day.
Like Friday or something, right?
I think it was like, I guess it could be Friday, sure.
Who knows?
I just thought last night was Thursday, but
Could be.
perhaps I am wrong.
Who knows how much time has passed in that place? Maybe you were in there for 100 years.
Quick,
I just
somebody
thought
look
it
at the
was
newspaper.
Thursday at the icebox, but I could be misremembering.
Who knows?
what's-
No, you are correct. It was Thursday at the
what's
icebox.
the
Hell
date?
yes.
And also, man, waking up 100 years later, it's oof.
Super slumber.
Just gonna rip my Van Winkle real fast. Don't mind it.
Big mood. So Maria, do you want to come down to breakfast?
Absolutely, I want to come down to breakfast.
All
Here
right.
I am.
Cool.
Boop.
Fritz. How goes the pillow fort?
It's going pretty good. At this point, just like stretching his limbs, not necessarily from like recovering from the soup, but just like I've been sitting in one position for a very long time,
Mood.
sort of like a creak and crunch and crack.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Oh yeah, Fritz would be the kind of person to pop every single fucking joint in his body the moment he wakes up. Like one of the people that can like pop the bones in their feet by just like have you ever heard a person do that? It's fucked up.
Yes.
Where they crack the
Ray,
middle
I do
bones.
that.
My
Of course
Middle
you
of it in my
do.
ankles.
sister, every time she fucking moves, her skeleton goes.
I'm also the person that skeleton crunches whenever they move. My knees go click click like a little horse.
Something's wrong with your bones.
Yeah, I have
You need
fucked
some
up
real
all
world
of my
Slither soup.
cartilage.
Bro, you should get that back.
Yeah,
You should
yeah,
claim the warranty on it. It's defective.
yeah. I want one of those like things for people with EDS where it's just like the big old giant thing that you wrap around your body to make sure your skeleton stays in place. I want one of those. I feel like it would be good deep pressure and also my bones would click less. But
Are you
yeah,
asking for an excuse to wear a cat suit?
no, I'm asking for a body braid. But yeah, eventually he'll go downstairs.
Cool. Formerly,
Grab the child. Is the dude? Did Edwin leave my child behind?
Yep.
Ah,
He
He
told
and the
Oliver
ferret.
to keep an eye on him.
Ferret
Got
and
two
Ferret are
absentee
just talking.
parents.
They're just getting ready for another adventure of the All Pet Squad.
yeah, I'm gonna get some like good. What would pseudo dragons eat?
Meat.
Okay, I will specifically request breakfast for the boy before I go and get him as an apology for using it.
Well,
Okay.
we do have 42 pounds of spider meat.
So,
I thought you were gonna sell that on the black market.
so are we just gonna put him on the table next to you?
Oh shoot, sorry, I'm not looking at the map because I don't want to
Just,
vomit everywhere.
Oh,
I'll
no.
just move you down to the kitchen. It's fine.
Thank you.
Edwin, for the sake of argument, I'm just gonna say you walk in around this time. Formerly, did you mean to be outside?
Yeah, I'm letting the dog pee before I go in for breakfast. I'm
Okay.
You're
such a
so
responsible
fucking
dog owner.
cute.
Responsible dog owner. Maria just lets Persephone do whatever.
She's
Exactly.
She
fine.
pisses in the house.
All right,
Oh my
so
She has a litter box. She's one of those fucking dogs.
So Cleo cooks you guys up some breakfast. The radio's on. I'm not going to turn on period music because every time I do, I apparently have to fight a copyright claim bot. Literally every single time.
That's super lame.
Yeah, I hate it.
If only there was a useful hashtag that our viewers could tweet in order to help Jeffrey. Jeffrey, would you have a hashtag?
Yes, actually, if the viewers want to help out, at Team YouTube with the hashtag 95 years, because that is the time period for a sound copyright recording. Thank you for that seamless integration. I appreciate it.
But also, if you want to give us some royalty-free, period-appropriate tunes, you can reach Jeffrey on the Unsung City Twitter, or me on the Unhung City.
Yeah.
Also,
the
if
thing.
you want to give us some money,
Yeah, absolutely.
to help-
That
Are we
definitely
just-
helps.
Money.
Are we just doing this?
tell Jeffrey to make a
Let's
Don't give
Patreon.
me a
chill harder.
You can reach him
Unless it's
on the
money.
Unsung City Twitter.
You can reach my business email.
All right. So let's get back.
Mueller at
Let's-
hotmail.net.
Let's get back to this.
We're way too goofy today, Jeffrey.
So
I'm getting on the
Cleo
Twitter.
places breakfast before you. She places a dark-colored sausage in front of Shamrock, as well as a glass of tomato juice. And in front of Fritz, she places several bits of small sauce, like a sausage patty that's been cut up into small bits, for you to feed the boy with.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I thought she cut that up for you, and I was like, "Aw."
Thanks, Mom.
Cuts the crusts off your sandwiches too.
Oh my god.
My mom cuts the crust off all my sandwiches. She knew I love the crust. God damn it.
I would never waste the crust of a sandwich.
That's because you are a good person.
And also, wartime rations be like.
Oh yeah.
That crust could feed 3 third-world countries.
Fuck the third world countries, we're starving here.
All right, so you guys are eating breakfast, and the radio was playing in the background, and then
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special news bulletin. 12 more dead found in a hostel in Little Tokyo of what doctors are claiming is a sudden onset of dengue fever. Medical professionals are baffled as there has never before been a recorded case of dengue fever on the North American continent. To tell us more about this, we have Dr. Eric Fleed. Dr. Fleed, what can you tell us about this outbreak? Well, it is quite astonishing, all things considered. And why would you say that, Doctor? Well, firstly, dengue fever has, until this point, been present only in tropical regions. Secondly, the disease is spread through bites from mosquitoes, which should not be active in the middle of winter, much less one of the coldest winters on record. Alarming stuff, Doctor. What can our listeners do to stay safe in these times? Firstly, you should wear insect repellent whenever you go outside. Wear long sleeves, which I think should not be a problem for your listeners right now. Additionally, if any of your listeners or their family members are infected with H1N1 influenza, they should be extra careful as the disease can weaken your immune system. Thank you so much for your time, Doctor. Up next, we have an interview with Doug Dome, founder of the Chicago Owlbears, on what he thinks the prospects of the team is on this upcoming season.
Why do I feel like every other sports team is called the Owlbears? Like the plague stuff's bad too. But why do I feel like every like professional sports team and also like every little league team is the fucking owlbears?
They make really cute merchandise.
I mean, there's the
They're majestic
Chicago
creatures.
Owlbears.
There's literally a team called the Chicago Bears. I just
Yeah.
changed it to Owlbear.
There's the New York Owlbears, but that's the not professional team. There's the Cincinnati Owlbears.
There's the Miami Owlbears, but they're kind of shit.
Yeah, it's fucking Miami.
All right, so before we add any more sports hot takes, to get the comment section to light us up.
Leg.
I don't know anything about sports. I just said Miami.
Same. I just don't like it because it's Florida. Sorry.
Damn, get it.
Every time I go to Florida, I have an allergic reaction, dude. There's something in the air there. It
To
doesn't like.
Florida.
to Florida.
Sorry, I can't go to Florida. I'm allergic.
So, Cleo grabs her own plate of haddock and fried toast. She sits down at the table as well and says, "So, how'd it go?"
Well, you want the good news or the bad news?
Eat some of your breakfast first.
Sure.
The
Takes a bite of the
sausage
sausage.
The sausage is delicious. It tastes like the finest ambrosia, very similar to a sensation that you've experienced just recently.
Well, I guess that takes away one of the surprises.
Yeah, the elongated teeth and the red eyes. You're also pale, and your hair's changed color. It's not hard.
Did my hair change color?
His hair
Yes,
changed
your
color?
hair turned silver.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, we're gonna
Oh my
have
god, silver fox. Oh no, I'm weak. That was out of character. I'm so sorry.
I was just about to say we're gonna have to contain Fritz.
No, that's
Just-
just Greg.
Milk
Just-
everywhere.
Just
just
Fritz's internal
Greg.
thoughts. Oh no, he's hot.
Well, Fritz's internal thoughts have been that about the entire party the whole time. He just drinks his respect team members' juice.
That's fair.
Rights to him for that.
Good job, Fritz.
And
So-
also his Maria's a child juice.
Oh, good.
I'm not that much younger than the rest of you. Shamrock is 7!
Shamrock is seven.
That's
He's an adult. He's an adult in robot years. He outlived his warranty. That
That means it's time
counts.
to trade him
gonna
in.
Be like,
That's passing puberty in my book.
oh, I
Listen,
think that's
Shamrock
like,
outlived a lot of things.
19 is past puberty.
This is the 19 teens. They don't have a warranty.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Cleo says, "Yeah, so that's blood sausage, and I'm sorry, tomato juice is the best I could do.
Right. Well, I
It's
suppose
pig's
the
blood. Don't worry about it."
other good news is we have some on stock. Just need to bring it back over here or leave it there or something.
So did you
Cross the
manage
bridge when we get to
to get the property?
Yeah, that's the good news.
Cool. How's the kitchen?
There was need some dusting and some scrap spiders to be cleared out. Oh, by the way, pulls up his bag, opens up. We got like 40 pounds of spider meat. I'm not sure if we can use that or if we just want to sell it or something. I don't know. I don't know nothing about spiders or meat.
It depends upon the spider. Toss it in the freezer and I'll see what I can do.
Boss.
Shamrock, speaking of your recent changes. I went to the library this morning to try and get ahead of it a little bit.
And
I did
how'd that
some
go?
reading. Well, I found that the type of vampirism that you've acquired is unique. You won't be able to create thralls.
Oh, thank God.
You will have a thirst, a bloodthirst, that will always be around. And it will get worse the longer the time is between each time that you drink.
Subtly glances over to Fritz, then back.
Although apparently older vampires don't need to feed as often. I'm not sure why that is. Also, you're not immortal. That might be a big one. The ritual only extends your lifespan. It doesn't make you immortal, though. If you wanted to be immortal, you'd need to do the ritual again, or figure out how to make a new ritual that's better somehow. And the last bit is, in order to get restful sleep, you need to prepare a special vessel. But I don't know how to do that quite. In the notes from the owner of the Mayhovic mansion, he spoke about carving the circle into something and then using magic to tie it to him. But I couldn't find any details on it. If I wanted to get more, I would have to go into the sections of the library I'm not allowed into. I haven't figured out how to do that.
I'll take a look at the old bastard's notes, see if there's anything in there about how he did or what he did anyways.
Yes.
Explains the crick in my neck.
Yes, I imagine the sleep won't be... I didn't really see what it would do exactly. There was only one recounting, and it said that he didn't feel like himself if he didn't sleep in his prepared bedding. I'm not sure what that means, but we might want to figure that out soon.
We
Yeah.
might want to make it portable too.
Well, I think first things first.
Like a coffin.
No. Well, I don't know. Are you trying to subsume the aesthetic?
As
cultural
amusing as going
appropriation?
around with black cape and looking like I'm straight up Bram Stoker, I think I'm fine.
Is it cultural appropriation if you do that?
Ritual
Appropriating the
vampires
Romanians.
taking
No, I
real
think
vampire
at this
culture.
no, because I think at this point he is ethnically vampire, so it'd be chill.
Oh, okay, cool. That means you
That's how
qualify
that
for all
works.
for all the vampire scholarships.
Boo.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
Also, listen, folks. Since we have like two sort of properties now, and kind of like after last night, kind of our little chat with the house, I don't know. I guess I'm feeling sort of sentimental. I was thinking maybe if we could like spruce up Mayhovic Mansion a little bit. I know I've already said I'm going to be moving in. Whoever wants to come is welcome. But maybe we could have like a little like housewarming shindig or something. I'm kind of missing my family back in New York, but I don't really want to go back. So they could sort of come up here. Formally could bring like your mom. Edwin, I know you got family in like Europe or elsewhere. Fred's not 100% sure what your deal is. Sham, sorry for your loss.
yeah, don't worry about it.
However, I know there's a lot on our to-do list, so if we just want to just kick around the idea for some time later.
I actually sort of not invited us. I have plans in 2 days that I need help with.
Okay, so that first, and then maybe we
Right.
can just sort of put the party on the back burner.
All right, when do we leave?
In 2 days.
What are we doing? Is it fun?
Taking apart a cult and
Yes.
Tuesday already. All right.
Yeah, I know, right?
Shamrock, will you be all right without a vessel before that?
I think maybe that should be what we work on until we go.
Yes, I think I agree. We ought
Yeah.
to solve that quickly.
Yeah, I think,
Where are we going?
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Not that I'm not
sure
happy
we
to
will
kick
have
some
a
ass, but is there like a reason?
I mean, he's a horrible, horrible fucking person who has ruined the lives of a lot of people, including myself, and I would like to see
All
some
right, say
sort
less.
of retribution for it.
And no, done and done on that front. I do have to ask though, because it's starting to seem like an every time situation. And you said you don't know where we're going. Is it no westerly direction? Do you have any idea? So if we have to go to the desert one more time, I do appreciate you as a person. I would like to kill whoever it is that you're saying that you want to kill, especially if it has anything to do with your lady. But if we have to set foot on a single grain of sand ever again, I might lose my fucking marbles.
Not even for the beach?
I'm sorry. What about anything that has happened to me as a person recently suggests I would want to go near a large body of water with sand?
It's coarse and
Good.
it's rough and it gets everywhere.
I just fuck off, Jeffrey.
I've only seen the prequels.
Oh boy.
Jeffrey, do I recall any sort of location?
It was very much forest based.
He said that
Somewhere
he saved
like
them from a drought.
Nebraska or Ohio or something like that.
So
Those are two very different places.
I know. You've got nothing. You just know it's like in the northern parts of the U.S. and it's lots of forest.
We're going to Oregon.
No
Here
sand.
we go.
Oh, I would love to go to Oregon. Have a little Pacific Northwest adventure.
Ooh, a Pacific Northwest murder too.
All right.
So do we know, how are we going to find out where this is?
So I know this is going to be a bit of a leap of faith, but my goddess is taking us there.
Well, I'll
I don't
admit,
like
you're
that.
right.
Why are we doing that?
Is she paying for like train tickets? Well, how?
Magical train tickets. We can work with that.
Oh, magic train. Okay.
Doesn't that mean she's going to know where we are? Isn't she?
Yeah, already.
I think she already knows where we are.
I am a cleric of her. Of course
I
she
mean-
knows where we are.
I suppose that's true.
I mean, hell, they mailed a box with a spider in it
Yeah.
last week, so
Also, a spider crawled down inside my throat, unhinging my jaw and dislocating several muscles.
What?
That sounds about fucking right.
I don't remember this.
I
Are we sure we want? Is she gonna put us in a big spider? Are
No,
we
no.
gonna be traveling
Maybe.
inside of a spider? I don't want to travel inside
Maybe.
of a spider.
all right.
Chloe,
listen.
it's fine.
Listen, I'm fine with this, but if they pull any bullshit, I've already punched one god. What's another?
No. But also, no, we are kicking, we're killing men in the name of revenge for more than one person. Like, she also very much wants this to be done.
No, like
we
I
are
said,
sort of
say
doing her
less.
favor.
I'm in.
No, I
What's she
said
gonna-
I don't think she's going to fuck with us.
What's she gonna give you? You should be rewarded for this. What's she gonna give you?
What are you, my fucking broker?
I know, he's got a
What are
point.
you, mine?
Not anymore.
Like there is no smile on his face, and he's staring at you very intently.
It gives me the chance to do something that I would have done regardless, with the help and aid of a powerful being.
All right.
Well, as long as there's no strings attached on this one, spider or not.
Just little one.
I don't mean any offense to formally, but I don't think no strings attached is in the Weaver's vocabulary.
Yeah, it's really not.
There's never no strings attached to anything. That's how
It-
the world works.
Yeah.
Well, as long as we get the job done and no shenanigans happen, should be fine.
Oh, okay, so I should preface this. He's trying to become a god right now. It's my ex-boyfriend. Currently,
Disgusting.
yeah.
Cock's fist.
Marie, I thought you were gay. Why did you say that to me?
Just Cock's
What?
fist, a shell comes out.
No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
Your arms don't do that anymore.
We all,
Listen,
we all
listen,
see
you're,
Shamrock just weirdly like clenching his arm.
listen,
Like back
you're
and
saying
forth,
this like Shamrock doesn't have his armor on him like nearly 24/7.
My God, he has baby rage. You know when babies just ball their fists up and like tremble? He's got baby rage.
Listen, fine, action. Suddenly my fist is armored. Cock's fist. What you gonna do about it?
Incredible.
I guess I'll take it. I guess you beat me. You got it.
Just Iron Man sequence. Suddenly I'm armored. Just.
I hate it here.
Too late, you're hanging with us.
Ugh.
All right.
So,
And so, on this note, while we plot revenge and all the other niceties that come with killing your ex, we are going to call it here for tonight. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us for yet another episode. And come see us again next week. Same bat times at bat channel. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Night stream.